Welcome to another video in which we are going to write Python program for string slicing examples. So guys, these are the 4 examples that we are going to see in the VS Code using the Python program as far as string slicing are concerned. So basically the first thing is we are going to print the first 5 characters for a given string. So let us move to the VS Code over here. The very first thing is we will be defining the string variable, that is str1. It is equal to, let us say we have this string that is programming for beginners. That is the name of this YouTube channel, which you should definitely subscribe if you have not done so. And then guys, the very first task is to print the first 5 characters for the string. So over here the first 5 characters are P, R, O, G and then R. So basically how we can print this first 5 characters? So we can simply use the string slicing inside the print statement. So over here we will say print, and then how do we use the string slicing? We simply use the string variable, that is str1 over here, followed by open and close square brackets. So guys, similar to how we access the list content or the array content in the other programming languages as well, by providing some indices inside the square brackets, similarly we can provide some numbers inside the square brackets in order to extract the entire or some of the characters in between the entire string. So since we want to extract the first 5 characters over here, the starting index is 0 and then followed by colon, and then we have to provide 5, that is the end index over here, and then we have another colon, and then there is a step index which is 1 by default. So I am just going to simply provide 1 over here. So guys, basically this start index, that is 0, it is there by default, and then we can provide the end index, and then this is the step index over here. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, the first 5 characters, that is P, R, O, G, R, are getting printed over here on the terminal. Now guys, over here we have provided 0. So what if we don't provide 0? So by default the start index will be 0 in this case, and over here the step index as well is 1 by default. So if we don't provide this 1, then also this should work. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again. So as you can see, P, R, O, G, R, and then what if we don't provide this colon as well? So this should also work, since by default 1 will be considered as the step index. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again. So as you can see, we are getting the first 5 characters over here, and this is the way that we can print the first 5 characters or any number of characters that you want to print. Now guys, similarly, how can we print the last 5 characters over here? So basically we want to print the last 5 characters, that is NERS. So guys, when you are dealing with string slicing or list slicing as well, always remember that the first index starts from 0, and if you want to go to the last index, you can mention -1. So basically what will happen when we mention -1, the control flow will come over here, that is the S character will be accessed for the -1 index. Then the -2 index will again go back to the second last character, then -3 will give you the third last character, and so on. So basically we want this character, that is N. So this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 in this case. So basically we can provide the -5 as the start index, and the end index, since we want to go up to the end, we need not have to provide anything. So I'll just remove this part, and then step index will be 1 by default. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, we are getting NERS, and that is how we can get the last 5 characters over here. What if I want to get the last 10 characters? So instead of -5, we can provide -10 in this case. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, we are getting the last 10 characters from the entire string. Guys, remember that this is the start index, for which we have provided the minus index in this case, followed by colon, and then after this colon we need to provide the end index over here, and that is how the format of this string slicing works inside the square brackets. Now guys, let us move to another task. How do we reverse the string? So basically, as I have told you, the first index is the start index, the second index is the end index. So basically we can provide 1, 2, and then by default the step will be 1 over here. So basically what this will do is, it will start from the first index and it will go up to the second index over here. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So R is printed over here. That's because the second index is not included. So always remember that whenever we provide the end index over here, that number will not be included, but the one that is previous to that number will be included, and that is how we have got R over here and we are not getting O. Now if we provide 3 in this case, then over here we should get R and O. That's because they are at the positions 1 and 2. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, we are getting R and O. Now guys, the third task is to reverse the string. So what we have to do is we have to consider the entire string. So I'll remove the start index from here and the end index from here. Now guys, there is a very simple trick in order to reverse the entire string. Now before showing that trick, I'll just show you what will be the result of this particular expression over here. So let me just run this code once again. So we are getting the entire string in this case. Now guys, in order to reverse this entire string, what we have to do is we simply have to provide the step index the value of -1. So instead of 1, which is the default value, we simply provide -1 over here, and we don't provide any start and end index in this case. So basically the control flow will start from the end and it will start printing all these characters one at a time in the reverse order. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again. So as you can see, in the reverse order we are getting all the characters, and then if you read from the right to the left, then you will get the correct characters in this sequence that were assigned to this str1 variable. So guys, this is a very simple trick in order to reverse the string or in order to reverse the list as well. Now guys, let us move to another task. How do we print the characters at the even positions? So what we have to do is we need to start from 0 over here. So we say start index as 0 and we go up to the end. Now guys, the default step index is 1, as I have already told you, which will print all the characters one at a time. But since we want only the even characters, that is the character at the 0th index, then at the 2nd index, then at the 4th index, so we have to provide the value of step index as 2 over here. So basically this R, and then we have G, and then all the characters at the odd index positions will be ignored over here, and only the even position characters will be considered in order to be displayed on the terminal. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again. So as you can see, we are getting P and then we have O. So this R character is not considered in this case. Next we have R. So over here G was not considered, then A was not considered, then we have M. And then again M was not considered and I was printed, and then N was not considered, G was printed, and so on. The characters at the odd index positions were not considered. So guys, this is the way that we can print only the characters at the even index positions. So please make sure that you practice on your own so that on different inputs you get different outputs. Make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, you can watch my other videos in the playlist. The link I have given in the description section below.